and they're off. They race for the Coral, Pipped at the post winners handicap, 1.5 miles for this field of 9 3-year-olds, and a little bit slow to begin on the outside was Novelista. As they climb the hill towards the top end of the loop, it is Cape Breton who moves forward towards the outside. Darwi is up against the inside rail, and Jupiter Iman is now just switched off heels and a little bit wide. Novelista, having missed the kick, is now sent right round the entire field and is now pressing the pace as they go now through their first furlong and a half. And it is Cape Breton who's got the lead, to Novelista racing in second, just over a length away. Jupiter Iman is in third. Singers a Song has made a couple of places, has now moved in to fourth position as they tack under the tree line as Darwi is taken back from a prominent position. Then the black colours of Sudu, who's right up against the fence and racing very keenly indeed. Qirat, another one who is keen, racing just in advance of Omni Man, and the back marker is Tuscan Star. Now they're about to make the run through the intersection and on towards halfway, and the leader is Cape Breton in the hands of Richard Kingscott. The lead is about a length and a half to Jupiter Iman, who has moved through now to just shade second with the big white blaze Novelista on that one's outside. Darwi now has moved back through into fourth position, and Singers a Song is in fifth as they climb the hill. Next to the inside is Omni Man. Between horses is Qirat, then towards the outside is Sudu, who never really settled through the first half of the contest and still ridden chilly at the back of the field is Tuscan Star, and now they make the top turn. Racing inside the final 5 furlongs, and Cape Breton still has the lead. To Novelista into second once more. Back to third on the rail is Jupiter Iman, followed by Singers a Song, the red cap and the gold sleeves on the outside. He's racing in fourth. Darwi is in fifth. In sixth is Sudu, followed by Omni Man, and then Qirat, and still last is Tuscan Star. And now they race on towards the final 3.5 furlongs, and Novelista is urged to put pressure on the long-time leader, Cape Breton. Cape Breton still has the lead, to Novelista breathing down his neck in second place. Jupiter Iman is in third. Singers a Song is hard ridden now in fourth position. Qirat tries to make ground towards the outside of Sudu. Round the intersection now and through the cutaway, and now they've got a furlong and a half to go, and pulling up at the back of the field is Tuscan Star. Novelista puts his white blaze in front. On the inside, Cape Breton tries to kick back. Omni Man now begins to fly towards the inside rail, and now inside the final half furlong, it is Omni Man and Ryan Moore who surge to the lead. Omni Man wins. It may just be Darwi who got the head bob for second, but it's tight with Qirat on the grandstand side. And they're off, and Fair Angelica was very slow to begin, and she surrendered the best part of 8 lengths to the main body of the field. This is the HKJC Whirlpool Oak Tree Stakes Group 3, and a contested early tempo with Tabiti coming through to take the lead of Anna Pusey towards the inside rail. Sakara Sands towards the outside, then pushing up towards the inside rail is Silver Ghost. Out wide is Bright Thunder, being kept out by Jabara in what is already a well-strung out field as Tabiti takes now on the downhill turn towards the final 4.5 furlongs. So it is Tabiti who's got the lead for Ryan Moore. Racing in second is Sakara Sands. In third, Havana Pusey racing towards the inside. Bright Thunder on the outside is in fourth. Jabara is in fifth, and then Silver Ghost in sixth position as they begin to make the run up the home straight. Making ground is Romantic Style towards the outside of Cloud Cover. Those two quite deep out on the track. Ridden alongside those is Betty Clover, and now they're racing down towards the cutaway in the final 2 furlongs towards the outside. Bright Thunder now begins to impose between horses. Sakara Sands. Tabiti is still there. Down the outside, Jasna's Secret tries to pick up Jabara, and then on the inside of Anna Pusey. Down inside the final furlong, Tabiti is digging in. Sakara Sands is alongside. Back in third is Bright Thunder, and then on the outside, staying on, is Jasna's Secret. Tabiti on the inside as they race up towards the line. Heads up, heads down. It could be Tabiti, and it might be Sakara Sands. It will be a 1-2 for Rafe Beckett. They're off. Racing over 5 furlongs in the Group 3 HKJC Whirlpool Molecomb Stakes. Squeezed out at the start was Rydale Frosty, and the early speed being put up by Dickensian, who's been taken on early by the filly Argentine Tango. Between those two, Rogue Supremacy, and then Amik, who's racing very keenly indeed. Lady Iman also in that far side group, and they're being followed by Rydale Frosty. Meanwhile, towards the near side, it is Sands of Spain, who is racing together with Military Code in that group of 2, and they've already gone through half halfway down towards the final quarter of a mile. And it is Dickensian who still leads over on the far side. Dickensian being taken on all the while by Argentine Tango. And now the white blaze of Lady Iman now comes to the fore. Lady Iman and Dickensian inside the final furlong. These two go on, trying to battle back Argentine Tango. Rydell Frosty is running huge, but it is Lady Iman who is out in front and not for catching. It is Lady Iman in the Molecomb. Rallying for second, Argentine Tango, and then it was very close for third. And they're off. Racing over 1 mile in the Visit Qatar Sussex Stakes, and Serengeti has to be ridden along early as he did not hit the kick. And now it is a clear and easy lead for Qirat, who will take them through the early stages. Henri Matisse moves now onto his tail in second. Serengeti now sent right round the field to try and press the early pace of Qirat. At the moment it is Docklands held up at the back of the field, and last but one is Field of Gold through the intersection, and it is Qirat to the inside rail. Serengeti has now moved into second. A break then of a couple of lengths to Henri Matisse in third. Rosalian is in fourth. Then Field of Gold racing in fifth. Into sixth goes Docklands, and Carl Spackler is now last of the seven. Down the hill they go and on towards halfway, and Serengeti has taken half a mile to get the lead, but now it is Serengeti who goes on. Serengeti bringing them into the home straight, goes clear by over 2 lengths to Qirat in second position. Rosalian moves up now to take third over Henri Matisse. Right on the tail of Rosalian is Field of Gold. Docklands last but one. Carl Spackler is still the back marker, and they've only got 2.5 furlongs to go in the Sussex Stakes, and Serengeti has still got the lead over Qirat in second. Now the others are sent in chase. Rosalian in third. Henri Matisse down the wide outside. Field of Gold is urged now to try and close. Docklands is towards the inside. A furlong to go. It is Qirat who has got the lead. Rosalian now powering down the wide outside. Henri Matisse is running towards the inside. 100 yards to go. Qirat still has the lead, and it will be Qirat in a shock in the Sussex Stakes. Qirat wins over Rosalian in second. Then in third, Henri Matisse, and only fourth for Field of Gold. And they're off. And very slow to begin was Whisper. They race the British Stallion Studs EBF Fillies Handicap over 1.25 miles. Asher Reba is being kept very wide of the other runners, and against the rail it is Model Yuko, who is keen but leads the way to Bassa Danza, and very prominent on the outside Asher Reba, but totally isolated. Wonder Star races up against the inside rail, followed by Quibella. After Quibella is Patagonia Girl, who races in advance of Our Golden One. Then a little bit wide is Lady Chartwell, as now they move on towards the intersection of the tracks. Whisper, the slow starter, is still the back marker, with Akachito also towards the rear of the field as they make the run now up the hill towards that top turn. And it is Asher Reba who has got the lead over Model Yuko, who races in second. The inside rail, Wonder Star is just third, with Bassa Danza on that one's outside in fourth. Quibella is racing in fifth. Patagonia Girl in sixth against the rail. Lady Chartwell is in seventh as they go into the turn. Our Golden One is next, racing alongside Bint Jeddah. After Bint Jeddah, around the outside is Kay Hannah. Then against the inside rail is Music Peace, who's racing towards the rear of the field. Power of Destiny also towards the rear. So too is Whisper. On the outside is a Ketchita. They're racing down the hill, less than a half mile to go. And Asher Reba and Tom Marcon by 1.5 lengths to Model Yuko, who still races in second. On the inside rail, Wonder Star is just third. Between horses, Patagonia Girl. Then towards the outside and ridden along is Bassa Danza. Wider still to Quibella, who's now trying to get into contention. So too Lady Chartwell towards the wide outside. Music Peace is going to have to wait for the cutaway. Will probably dive towards the inside rail, the black and white colours. And now they're racing down inside the final furlong and a half. Asher Reba now being taken on again by Model Yuko. Down the outside, Lady Chartwell. Kay Hannah is picking up. So too is Quibella. Well inside the final furlong. Asher Reba tries to hang tough. Wonder Star towards the inside. On the outside, Model Yuko and Quibella racing up towards the line. Asher Reba sticking a neck out. Asher Reba made just about all to win. Asher Reba tight second. Wonder Star and Model Yuko. Then towards the outside, a Ketchita. And they're off. 5 furlongs to race in the British Stallion Studs EBF Alice Keppel Fillies Condition Stakes. Showing very good speed over on the far side is Desert Jungle. Towards the near side, Revival Power. Racing into third position, Temple of Athena. Zelena is in fourth. And then Guernsey Lady, who races towards the near side with Angel Numbers. Pulling up at the back of the field, Our Cody. Our Cody has been pulled up. Already they're going through halfway. And it's Desert Jungle being taken on by Revival Power. Those are the first two. Hunting up the leading group in third is Zelena. Over on the far side, Temple of Athena is staying on. Angel Numbers is next. They're then being followed by Spicy Marg, who's trying to make up places. So too Luna Mia alongside Palmera. Now they're racing down towards the final half furlong, and it's Revival Power, and on the near side, Spicy Marg. And Spicy Marg comes through to take the lead and begins to power clear. Spicy Marg wins. Revival Power in second, and in third, Temple of Athena staying on next. Then on the near side, Palmera. And they're off. And as they broke away from the stalls in the centre, Cracking Gold was away alertly. So too towards the inside was McManaman. Physique is one of those who's been kept very wide. Society Man is the other one who is very wide out on the track as they go through the first furlong and a half. And it is McManaman against the rail who's got the lead over Cracking Gold, who races in second position. Then Physique making ground around the outside. Greater Claim is going forward. Stanage is next with Mr. Chaplin. After Mr. Chaplin is Defence Minister as they make the run down the hill. Out very wide still Society Man. Towards the inside, Native Warrior has a position up against the inside rail with Diamond on the Hill for company. Then being pushed along already is Fine Interview as they make the turn. Glenfinnan is next to the field. On the outside is Racing Breaks Rider. At the moment towards the rear of the field is Crimson Spirit. Also towards the back, Castle City. Ross Collin has plenty more in front than behind. So too has Havana Blue and also Blue Prince. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. McManaman still holds sway, has a lead now of nearly 3 lengths over Cracking Gold, who is in second. Greater Claim is in third. Then Defence Minister towards the wide outside. Fine Interview is picking up. So too is Billy Joe. There's only a half furlong to go. Greater Claim now has the lead over Cracking Gold, who is in second. Native Warrior is closing in third, but it is Greater Claim. Greater Claim wins. Cracking Gold in second. Tight third between Native Warrior and over on the far side, Defence Minister.